You know, the situation that happened yesterday and the things that transpired were very confusing. Confusing in two things. Number one, there is a dusk to dawn curfew that has been enforced by the police. And I don't imagine that they should be the same people to break this law. So I don't know how mandatory was it to arrest these guys at night and how timely it was that we couldn't wait for 4 in the morning or start of official business of government at 8 in the morning. But then the police have a duty. They can arrest at any time as they feel fit. So I don't know how they felt it was fit to do it at night. So that is wonder number one to me. Now, wonder number two to me, and I don't put it as a wonder, but then I don't support arrest and intimidation of parliamentarians, and not senators alone, parliamentarians, to the effect that they are being swayed to vote or being persuaded to vote in a particular reason. Through intimidation and arrests, no.
Okay.
Every Kenyan, parliamentarian or not, should be persuaded on reason and logic. So reason and logic should reign at each and every single moment. And if the government or the executive, as you call it, was not able to persuade these members through reason and logic, then I think they failed somewhere along the way, because this was a game of numbers. And in a game of numbers, you convince me or you confuse me. I always say you either convince someone or you confuse them,
okay,
to swing your direction.
Which in this case must include or incorporate persuasion.
Yeah.
Instead of enforcement.
Yeah. So if that is what was happening, then it is wrong. And you know, when we inaugurated the new constitution in 2010, Chapter 14 is very clear on the roles of the police service that we have in this country, and they should organize themselves with discipline and decorum. So it's a disciplined force. And the discipline does not only entail taking orders. You know, for the longest time, the service is now taken that when it's a disciplined force, it should be that when someone says go left, then the discipline of going left is the only reason.
Okay.
So discipline also means that you do something that is upholding the rule of law. And it doesn't uphold the rule of law when we do it in a manner that it should have been, it was done. But then, up to this morning, I was not persuaded either way. I was waiting to see how prosecution and charges would proceed. Then all of a sudden, you realize that Malala has been left irregularly, I call it. And apart from it being a matter of someone being left irregularly, it also charged the public, and they came out in large numbers from across the 3 counties, rioting. One, it puts their lives in danger because there are COVID containment measures in this country.
Okay.
And COVID in this country is real. We would not downplay COVID when we see such kind of crowds gathering together in the name of demonstration. It is wrong. We don't need to allow the public to do that right now. So let's not put the lives of Kenyans at risk because of issues politics.
Okay, so ultimately, in your view, in the end, it will cost lives because of the political support and the people who came out in support of the 3 respective senators who were arrested yesterday.
It might.
Okay.
It might.
And it's the same government action you still insist on that. The same government action opening up another battlefront which is likely to have an impact in terms of the consequence, because that will pile up pressure on the health systems and it might get overwhelmed or overrun because of the COVID-19 patients.
I've been privileged to have been an advisor to a few of my friends and a few of people. And I would confidently tell you that when you advise, you need to look at the action, and the same action must have a reaction. So when you put pressure, know that that pressure will trigger a reaction. So as they advised on the arrests, they would have looked at the worst case scenario. What would have happened? So in the arrests, the worst case scenario was not checked. The worst case scenario was if it turned political, then we would have seen riots. Then riots would have brought people together.
Okay.
If riots brought people together, then the country with the COVID cases ballooning, we would be at risk.
Okay, then in this case, who do you think might be the force behind these arrests, before I come to that?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I would not want to point a finger at anyone, but then it is wrong.
But do you believe then it's the executive perhaps wanting an outcome from the Senate? on the pattern of voting?
Definitely, it played a role.
Okay.
It played a role.